everybody, and welcome to another exciting live stream edition of my Medieval Realm. I'm Fixxitt, and we're here out at the quarry at the Future End Temple. I had been doing a bunch of farming and stuff, and I'm about done with that for right now. But I just want to show the progress on that. It's getting slowly dug out. We're getting some. So you can almost see it's almost down a few levels the entire way around. There's still that little bit over there that's actually still sea level, but we're getting there. Anyway, so what I want to do today is I want to grab a whole bunch of smooth stone, as much as I can fit, and I want to head over to the church, because that's what I want to work. I want to do a little bit of building today. I don't know how much time I have, to be honest. This is not going to be one of my longer live streams. My wife is home from work today, and my son is napping for a little bit, so whenever he wakes up, we are going shopping. Hey, Wolfpack, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm feeling substantially better. However, that being said, I just mowed the grass and did a bunch of yard work, so my allergies are kicking my butt right now. But we're going to persevere somehow. So I'm going back to the church. Got some decent work done on it last night. I flattened out the area that I want. This is going to be the Church of the End. That's the one we're doing. So, of the three religions, just in case you're new, this is episode 75, which normally being, well, I guess what I just briefly started was every 25 episodes was going to be a world tour. I've kind of decided to do that every 50 episodes because we get a lot more done then and a world download. So we're going to wait and do a world tour and world download on episode 100, I think, because that'll only be about 20 days from now. We'll get a lot more done from town because right now there's not that much difference. I mean, this town has some more buildings, but we've been doing a lot of grinding and stuff, getting ready at this point. So, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to sleep here. I was going back and forth, but I think I'm going to sleep here. Let's see. Oh. Okay. I went to the end and repaired my pickaxe, and I did some AFK fishing, and I got one more mending book, and I put it on. It was actually a really good mending book, and I hated to use it on my shovel because it was like mending and like two other really good things, but only mending would apply to the shovel. So I went ahead and used it on the shovel because I'm doing so much landscaping. I wanted that, so I had it repaired, and then since I've done so much landscaping, oh, there you can see it. So it's not that far away, right? So that's the first portion of the first pillar of the Church of the End. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's pretty cool. I think that I forgot where I had this little land bridge last night. Obviously, this is quite temporary, so... and I think I knew it. I have a couple little, like, horse areas there. Now, I was running really out of smooth stone. I don't know how I'm doing cobble. I still do have some cobble, so... Let's turn this into stone brick for now, at least to start with. We don't have shift clicking yet, but I hear that it's about roughly 2 weeks away to 1.12, when I assume Realms will go to 1.12 as well, I assume. So that means we'll get the new blocks, the concrete powder, the terracotta, which is exciting, but and we'll get colored beds, and we'll get parrots, although we have not found a jungle yet. And what else? Oh, and most importantly, we'll get shift clicking, which is going to be super awesome. Shift clicking recipes, man, that is going to speed that process that I just did up a ton. So I'll grab some cobble. I am going to run out of cobble at some point here doing this, so it's fine. I don't really mind. But what I came up with was the design for the front of it. Is this? I think that's a pretty decent design, honestly. So I'm going to copy that on the outside portion. So I'll copy that over here, and then, but not on the inside. And then on the inside of that, we'll put maybe stained glass colors. I think that'll work. Now, if I remember right, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure. Yep, that looks right. So I'm pretty sure that this is 15. That's why I have 44 levels, because I did both Hey, Lucifer. I did both AFK. I should jump in voice, actually. Let's see if he's in, just in case. Oh, it looks like we had a new update to Twitch. The Twitch client. And, sorry, this is just going to take just a quick second. Okay. There we go. Oh, nope. still doing the wrong thing. Okay, all right. Hey, I'm in Twitch. I assume you're listening on the stream with a delay, but just in case you want to jump in voice. So this is what I'm working on here. I want to get this. I want to get this Church of the End cathedral sort of built, and then the whole area around it, I want to be landscaped in a really nice way. Because remember, this is not built by Endermen. This is built by people who worship the Endermen. That's the idea. So they would have nice landscaping, I would assume. Cool. All right. Yeah, and I've just got to keep checking out my. Hey, just in case you don't hear me, I gotta keep checking out my health, so just so I don't die. It would be unfortunate to it'd be unfortunate to jump off here on purpose and die with 44 levels, especially. Although not like that takes very long these days with the amazing Ender that we have now. It's not that thing's not decorated or anything, but you know what? It's fine. We can maybe get to it. Maybe we'll make it look beautiful later on. Or if I get like tired of building around here, which I can't see happening, but if we do that, maybe we'll jump to the Ender and do some decorating there, I think. So yeah. So this is what we're doing today. Wolfpack, how are you doing? Work on anything fun? Are you over, where would that be? Let's see. Okay, so that's the town, which I love that you can just barely see it with my render distance set right now. And he and Luna are working just over there, just a little bit past render distance, too. Which is pretty cool that we're, like, this is pretty much halfway in between. I think town's going to head this direction, so at some point maybe town will catch up to their little market area thing that they're doing. So that's cool. Yep. Just pillaring up and dropping down. That's what we're doing today. I'm going to be doing a lot of it. And for however much time I have, I'd like to get in. If I can get in half an hour today, I think that would be a pretty solid amount with considering that my family is home and all that stuff. I really didn't. Thursday is not one of my, like, sort of semi, if you will, guaranteed streaming days. Those days are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Those are my, like... You can pretty much count on me during nap time, like between 11:30 and noon-ish, to get on and do something in this world. Thursdays, Saturday, Sunday, that's just like bonus time. If my wife is doing something, and if I'm, if I have some free time, then I'll jump on then. But you're over in New Orleans. What are you doing? Vacationing? Hanging out? Anything fun? Wolfpack says he's over in New Orleans. He says I was just there not too long ago. We took a little. Well, actually, I guess you know what I said not too long ago. It was probably like 2 years ago. Now my wife was pregnant with our boy, who's going to be turning 2 this summer. So, but it was fun. It was we stayed right on Bourbon Street, which I had never been before. Which I gotta say, I'm not counting like an idiot here. Let me go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, cool. Bourbon Street would have been amazing for me about 15 years ago. When I was like partying a lot more and having a lot more drinks and all that kind of stuff. But with a pregnant wife and the in-laws, Bourbon Street was just quite loud and raucous, to be totally honest. I mean, it was cool to see, don't get me wrong. I'm really glad I got to see it once in my life because I had never been before. But and I'm a jazz musician, so that also was cool. It was cool to see some of the sights, but my in-laws are not. So it's not like we were going to jazz clubs. We went to one jazz club down there, which was cool. Yeah, we didn't get to see any of the real classic plays. There's one band I really wanted to see, and it turned out that they were playing while we were there, but they were playing quite far away, and they didn't start until very late, and just no one was feeling like doing it. But there's this, the Rebirth Brass Band plays down there on the regular. I'm not sure if they play like every week or what, but they were playing when we were there, and that's one of my favorite brass bands. It's kind of like, if you don't know their music, Rebirth Brass Band is kind of like Dixieland, but sort of styled. I could see if you didn't know the music at all, I could see you thinking, "Oh, this is kind of like what I imagine Dixieland," but like it's really, really funky, like Dixieland with a really modern, funky party groove. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. So,
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
What are you working on?
Sorry to jump in slightly through the stream.
Are you over in your market district sort of area?
Yeah, I decided to actually kind of name it,
Cool.
come up with a kind of a name. We decided to call it New Orleans for now, so we can add like a kick to the mystic side of things.
Okay,
Just
cool.
add a little, story, lore and story behind it,
Oh, that's
as
funny.
well.
You meant New Orleans like in world. Oh, that's funny. I thought maybe you were on vacation in the actual city of New Orleans.
Oh no,
Oh,
no.
now I get it. That's funny. That's okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah, that's cool. Cool, cool, cool. Um,
Yeah.
although town may actually, depending on how many buildings we get, town may end up getting close to there. So it may end up being more of a district than a town itself, depending on
I wouldn't call
how.
it town. It still is kind of a little district, but it's more like one of them things you kind of have to walk for because there's the whole like if you've actually seen the biome concerning around it, there's loads of flowers and loads
Yeah.
of animals and such. And then also if you actually take a look at the mining resources within the walls and that, it's very glorious. So it actually kind of fits in with what the purpose of being a market town is. Like they all come here because the resources are here,
Right, right,
kind of
right,
thing.
right. I like the build too. It looks really cool.
Mm.
Um, I hope that I didn't jump on your thing. I know that you were planning on doing like a church at some point here. Were you? Do you feel like okay doing like either the Church of Man or the Nether Church?
I don't mind. If you want to take up something first, that's fine. I'll just do whatever's left. I really don't mind.
I just started working on the Church of the End, which I was thinking these buildings should maybe be like tall, sort of skinny buildings, kind of like
Yeah.
Enderman look. I thought that would just be kind of a cool thing. And
Yeah, I
then
understand.
and then I thought maybe like the Nether could be more of like a Gothic almost style. And that way, and then what I thought we could use basically the same building materials as are in the town for each town. So that way, like if there's a church in each town, it'll still kind of fit with the town, but it'll be that style, which I think could be a really cool variation.
Mm, I do agree.
But that means I want to at some point go back to Treville and put a couple churches in that town too, using like the birch and stuff.
Agreed.
That
Sounds like we got a pretty nifty plan so far.
Yeah, I've been having a blast. I can't remember having this much fun doing a series or like a world building thing. I really think it's just because this doesn't have an end, like we were talking about the other day. Like just that this is. Like this is like infinite. Like Minecraft is such a cool game because the worlds are infinite, and thinking that the time is going to be infinite, that's like just added cool.
Yeah, I agree. There is one question I do want to ask you though,
Shoot.
which came up in conversation. What's the actual we have to be in a country kind of like this is the law based in a country, this
Right.
kind of place. What is the country's name?
I don't know. I don't think we have a name. Um. Well, we could even separate this. I know this is getting ambitious, but we could separate this into like 2 or 3 different countries. Like, remember I was talking about doing a wall like to the north. Um, that could maybe be
Yeah.
a separate country. Like
Yeah.
still people,
Like
but
Mexico and
yeah,
America.
yeah, something like that. Yes, we just need a big wall that's going to be paid for by the tax-paying citizens that didn't vote for their leader. Exactly like that.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I kind of like that idea because we've been putting so much insight into like the towns and cities, but we haven't really been putting much lore and time into the fact that what kind of country is about and kind of like the people that live in it.
Well, or the other option is we could go with more of like a city-state type of thing, like say Germany before it became a country. Like
Yeah.
like each roller is really kind of each like town or maybe a few town or a few wait what's smaller village a few villages would band together like under one leadership, but then maybe a town would be all by itself. So there's a few options. I don't actually kind of mind the city state sort of idea, you know, because then a few of them could be at war with each other, or a few of them could be allies.
And that actually does add into the lore and all that, like maybe how certain things are more like I dare to say older like looking, considering this is medieval, but you get my point when I
Right,
say
right,
that,
right, right.
correct? Like more like less developed, let's
Yes,
say.
yeah, I agree with that totally. I think we should go with
Where maybe they've
city-states.
been putting their resources. But yeah,
Actually,
I actually like that. I like that.
and then, you know, maybe like Treville, that'll be like a neutral because that's like spawn, right? So we'll call that a completely neutral thing. But like maybe this town might be allies with the castle in the extreme hills that we are gonna do. You know, something like that.
Agreed. I completely agree with that. And my probably last question is, do you think we're gonna leave back like behind like traces of the greater lore of the whole purpose of map behind, maybe in Book of Quills or signs or like kind of clues such as that?
I
Like I
think
know
yes.
we do have slight permanent marks on it because of how we built differently in different towns and that, but other than that, you
No,
know,
I think we should absolutely. And in fact, actually, what I want to do, and I don't think I've actually said it. I just thought it in my head. But in the library, the unfinished library of Treville, I think that's where we should keep the lore of the entire world. You know what I mean? In
yeah,
maybe book form.
like a history kind of book.
Yeah, exactly. So like each town will have its own book, and all that stuff can be cut and paste onto the forum that we have. That way,
Yeah,
you
agreed.
know, as we go, we'll have records that like say like, you know, if we're not online but you think of something great, you could just throw it on the forum, and then at some point we can just cut and paste that right into a book in game, you know. And that way, if someone new, or say someone downloads the world, you know, on episode 100 or something, then they can go to the library and read up on the lore of different parts of town, things like that.
Yeah. Because I honestly think lore is one of the greatest things. Even for a map for download,
Yeah.
it's still a nice thing to leave behind because then you understand some of the backstory the builders and other people that went into working of this map has left behind. And it also kind of gives you a realistic grasp of the whole kind of town place you're in. Because you can understand why maybe something looks slightly different from a place which is meant to maybe or resembles kind of the same place, let's say.
I
Like
agree. Yeah.
hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm completely on board with that. And I think having it in game is key. So we might as well keep it all in one place. And that library has so much room
Yeah.
that isn't finished, so I think we should just utilize that. And at some point, maybe if we have a capital city, I mean, we will someday have a capital city, but at some point when we have a capital, we could build like a grand library or something like that.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
We're
Okay,
brainstorming right now. We're making some good ideas up.
I think so. You know, I think that I think the little touches are what make worlds come alive. You know, like having all the house interiors done and kind of different, so they don't look like cookie cutter, which is something I really struggle with. But I think that's the really world building things that I really enjoy. You know, actually, I don't enjoy interiors, but I enjoy seeing them done.
Yes.
All right, so for me, what I'm doing here is
When
I am building. I'm trying to figure out a way, like, you can't have a big flat wall here, so 5 wide here is going to be good for this. I think what I'm going to do is make this jut out, and these will go taller than... Okay, so this wall will be taller than this, but then this wall will be taller than that, I think, is going to be part of the design here. So something like this. And
kind
these
of
will be...
bothers me that I can't see it now.
these will be work. This will be good for using depth on the interiors too. And I want for this particular build, I want to have entrances on all 4 sides because of the landscaping I'm planning on doing. Like I'm planning on doing like almost hedge maze kind of things with fountains and water and stuff here, stretching out a good bit. So because of that, I want to have entrances on all 4 sides of this build. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Just if you're watching this on delay, I wanted to sort of explain what I'm working on here and why I'm doing it.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, so focused on like what I'm doing right now. I'm making kind of like a long back house. It's not like a housey kind of thing though.
Is it the
It's more
same,
of like a little storage area kind of thing.
like connected to what you already had?
No, it's more down the hill.
Oh, cool.
Because what I'm trying to do with the hill that actually pushes up to that main build is do like kind of like crops down it, like more wheatish. Because I kind of like the look of the wheat in this. So like kind of down the hill. So.
Oh, is that what you need all the wheat for? 2, 3.
Yeah, the seeds.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, if you want wheat...
Everything's kind of.
Sorry, I got a delay here. Go ahead.
Yeah, like everything's kind of slightly coming together here and there. You know, like it's. Yeah, I can picture it already. It's
that's
the
good.
great thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the big, that's one of the hardest things is when you're building and you really can't come up with like a mental picture. It's really hard to do that aimlessly. Sometimes I'll sit there like if I'm not streaming, sometimes I'll sit there just like completely pause and just looking at it and just looking and looking, trying to like imagine what, like what I should add to get. And man, it's hard if you don't have a pre-image in your head. It's really tough sometimes.
Yeah, just to like bring it alive.
Exactly.
In its own way.
Yeah, yeah. So I think I'm going to make this a two deep wall, which will allow for a passage to be in here and also some depth in here.
I'm liking the sound of it.
Okay, so let's see. And also, the other reason why I want to do a 2 deep wall here is because I want to show this depth, and if I put it here, that'll be wasted. So I think that probably makes the most sense. And then what we'll do is we'll come in. Let's see. I'd like this to be an odd number. Well, actually, 1, 2. Let's just do like. No, not that.
I think the only place about like the New Orleans that I'm like working on is the spawn rate for mobs is like so high. Like you can go to like bed at the nip of night in this game, and in this biome, you wake up and see at least 5 zombies still.
Oh well, especially if you're the only one on. Especially that's where it really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I already told you how I went from like 60 XP to like 6.
No, I don't think so.
Right on the last stream. One of the last streams that we done when I asked for the seeds. That's that stream.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. I died by a creeper.
Yeah.
And I went from like 60 XP, which I worked completely on by mining and not dying, because that's before we got the ender.
Right.
And then a creeper just blew me up and I went down to like 6.
Oh, yeah, that's a drag. Fortunately, XP is not an issue anymore. Have you used it yet?
Yeah. No, I really do need to get around to it, but I've been kind of stuck in New Orleans.
It's so fast. You can get level 30 in like seconds. I mean, it's really. I expanded it really early this morning too. So it's actually it's probably twice as fast as it was before. The spawns are really crazy, especially if no one else is online, because then every mob in the game spawns right there. If we ever wanted to really, like, if we wanted to ever really make it, like, unbelievably fast, or if we ever make a mob farm, which we will, in the desert, probably. But whenever we make a mob farm, yeah, like a big giant, like basically a pyramid is what I want. A pyramid. I want to do a pyramid, like a half pyramid, half castle, but desert style. I think that could be really fun, and do a mob farm on the inside, so it'll be hollow. But anyway, if we ever do that, what we should do is light up spawn. And man, mobs are just gonna like pour in.
I also like the bridges you added into. I forgot the name of the city you're currently in. Damn it.
Kalal.
Kalal. Yeah, I like the bridges and kind of the slightly better roads. I mean, I know we still need to work on them slightly more because currently we're just using the in-game path rock.
Right.
is okay, but I think it needs some other blocks in there
It
to make it
does.
kind of
Yeah, it
a
does.
path.
And I think actually, I think what I want to do in that town is I want to on the sides where there's some grass showing, like not big fields of grass, but when there's just some grass, is I think I want to cover that in some sort of stone mixture, like between stone bricks and
Mm.
maybe polished diorite, something like that, and just really try to make it look like it's a little bit more urban and a little bit less country because it still feels a little. I mean, it feels small town because there's not very many buildings, but as we get bigger, it's going to feel
Yeah,
too small town. I think because of the roads and because of the sides of the roads.
yeah, I agree. Like we said earlier, little things come to the mass of what big things are.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
like little details. When you miss them, you have a different like attention feel to it. Like something's missing, so you don't feel like it's the same thing when it's intentionally made to be the same thing.
Right.
And oh my gosh, there's a floating island.
Oh, there's a floating island. Big one.
I don't notice it. I swear that wasn't there. I swear that floating island was not there
I haven't built
when I
any.
got the first guy. And it's not like a floating island. You know, one of them like generated
Yeah.
kind of masses of dirt
Right.
with a tree on top.
Almost like a Tinker's Construct island.
Yeah, but oh gosh, I actually I don't feel like that was there before though. That's the only problem. Like I don't remember it being there. Like I've been building here a bit. I haven't come across it. Like I did not notice it. That's very strange.
For the most part, I probably think we should probably take most floating islands down, unless there's a real reason
Yeah,
for them to be
and
there.
very unrealistic.
Yeah.
They're very unrealistic, considering it's meant to be kind of medievalish. Of course,
Yeah.
we have our own kick to it, but
Right. I mean, there are some fantasy elements, but it's floating islands kind of take you a little bit out of the immersion. I think. I actually took down a few on the path between Treville and Callao. I'll never say the name right ever.
Lyle. I think it's just my English tongue, it just kind of floats off.
I've just given up. It sounds like I'm pronouncing it like falafel or something. I don't know.
I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna be honest.
That's I believe a falafel is a Greek food. I believe.
Oh, is it? Ooh. I think food is my favorite thing in life, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I may have just turned you on to something, or I may be completely wrong. A falafel could be like some sort of elephant breed or something. I don't know.
Where did that is the randomest thing?
Yeah,
An elephant breed.
yeah. I got a big random bone in my body. It's true. It's the truth. Actually, and I've always said the wrong words for things. My friends and wife will never let me live it down. But like I say the wrong words for almost everything all the time. Like all the time. And like it's not like I'm like, oh wait, what's the word? And I'll blah blah. I'll ask. It's like I legitimately think that this ridiculous word is what I'm going for. And yeah. So what
I
I'm
can actually
doing
imagine it.
building wise here is I'm trying to build kind of the outline shell because what I want these four towers. These towers aren't going to be, they're pretty much as tall as they're going to be, but then on the inside I want this like sort of cross shape to go up a good bit higher, for the church. And I'm not going to do any second floors or anything. So when you're down here, if you can imagine, when you're down here worshiping, the Enderman or whatever, you're going to look up and it's going to go like really high up there. And I think it's going to be a really grand, just a really grand, epic sort
So
of.
it's like a grand kind of cathedral.
Yeah,
Like
kind
a
of.
grand kind of cathedral, but
Speaking of
like
that,
slightly thinner.
oh man, wait until you see. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to show you guys what I have sketched out for the end temple, like the capital building of the end religion. That's another thing
I'm
we could
now
think of
interested.
is like instead of like so city states for towns and stuff, but like
Mhm.
a capital city for religion, like almost like religion's like religion, government maybe aren't that separated in this world. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of one and the same. So maybe some
Yeah.
cities, maybe a whole city will be um, like an Enderman supporting city. You know what I mean? Like the whole city, and
Yeah,
like,
like so it still kind of links into reality again, because that's kind of what happened with well, I know it happened with America and England, but probably mainly within England. Like we had Catholics and Protestants, and then at first Catholics ruled over, and then Henry VIII come in and changed it all, and then
sure,
Protestants ruled it, and they both hated each other. And
right?
the mainstream of the land was one religion
Yeah,
until they started pushing back from Ireland because we took their land, and so on, so on, so on. So it adds that law bit of them fighting and that, and maybe they could be in different religions, like whole towns just being supportive of that one religion, then some people being passive about the religions, and so on, so on, so on.
it's true. You know, I don't think very many times in human history there have been times like what a lot of places have now, where you have freedom of religion. Like, I think often countries have been just one religion, you know. So there could be city states that are just, you know, like they only support the Nether, and if you don't support that, then you are run out of town. Things like that. I think that could be kind of a cool vibe.
Agreed.
All right, so I have this build. That's pretty good, pretty much good. Now, I'm leaving a lot of the detail work because I don't have I'm going to need to go massively sand farming in a desert somewhere. Oh, yeah, by the way, I know you guys know this, but I just want to say in case the other folks are watching on stream, if we're clearing out sand on the desert, don't take the bottom layer of sand off so that there's like stone and sandstone and stuff exposed, you know, like, so it still looks like a desert, you know, because I think that can really...
Yeah.
That really, or like same
Ruin
thing
it
with like
when people come
grass.
to
Yeah, like if you take a huge field of grass and then there's just like some stone exposed and stuff, and it's like it's clearly been harvested. Unless there's a lore reason for that to happen, we should try to keep it looking fairly natural.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take these.
Again, agreed.
Let's take these little bricks away, and what we'll do is, yeah, this will be good. Then what I need to do is I need to figure out how I want to do... I guess I'm going to wait to do the entrance because I'm not exactly sure how that's going to be. It's definitely going to be some sort of like arch, but... Or... I don't know if there's room, but what if I did an entryway that looked like you're walking in like an Enderman's body? Oh, man. Not like pixel art, but just like the shape.
That would kind of be very complex.
Yeah, I don't know if I have enough room. I might not have enough blocks, you know.
Yeah.
So I
thought you was going for more of a stony, thinny vibe, though.
I am. It's kind of growing. It got a little fat. It got a little fat when I was measuring out the blocks, unfortunately. But it's okay. I think I can work with it. All that means is I'm just going to have to go a little taller to make it skinny. Yeah. Did you make your way over here? See what I'm doing? It should be really close. I mean, it should be fairly close to where you're building. It's like exactly in between where you're building and town, I believe.
Yeah, I know. I didn't actually walk too far, but when I saw the land, I just knew that if someone wasn't going to use it, I might as well use it, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because if you do look at it, the place is stunning, and I did work quite a bit on the landscape, but removing land, just adding bits in, like stone and grass and dirt and stuff.
I like that you built into the natural landscape of the place instead of just terraforming the whole area. You know, I like that you used what was there. I think that's always a really cool approach.
Like remove what you don't want and add what could be.
Yeah, and
quite useful.
It looks like you built it right into the cliff there. You know, even if you made even if you made some of that cliff, it looks like that was natural, and that's pretty cool. Believe it or not, even despite what I'm doing right now,
quite a bit of farming.
Oh, I'm sure.
And flowers.
Oh, did you plant all the flowers? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they were there.
Not down there, but on the hill. You know, like the one that looks pushed back. I worked on that hill bit there, and most of the flowers that go, you might have to be here to see it, but like the bigger mountain kind of thing in the middle of kind of the heart of this kind of biome, it was the side that you see the most from my little marketplace. I terraformed a bit and added it so it's more stony and then more grassy at the bottom, and then I've added a layer of flowers and trees at the top.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come over and take a look here.
And I think,
just a minute.
yeah.
You didn't find a skeleton spawner yet, did you? That's
Nope, sadly not.
like the one thing that we're still really missing.
Yeah, because the bones and also the arrows would be super useful for wolves, and the bone meal as well.
Yeah, especially
The tree farm.
Especially because we can't you can't do mending and infinity on a bow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would rather have mending. If I get a really good bow, I'd rather have it be mending and then just take arrows. But we need arrows, and or we need chicken farms so we can make them. But I've never in this game had to make arrows. I've always like had some sort of skeleton spawner or something.
I'm gonna be honest. In the whole of my history of playing the game, I've actually never made an arrow, and I've played since 1.4.
Yeah, I'm sure I have at least a couple times, but almost never. I mean, I've made a lot of Tinker's Construct bow, like bolts and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we always find a skeleton spawner, and I just cannot find one here. It's really...
I think maybe the only closest thing I've done to making an arrow is like something from a mod pack where it's not exactly crafting the arrow, it's just the arrow is given, or that there's a new recipe because of the mod.
Do you know, do you know that there are healing arrows, by the way? Probably everyone knows that but me. I just found out.
I think... yeah, I think there's arrows with effects now, and also like potions that have lasting effect on the ground.
So
not forever, but
there are arrows with effects, and in fact, there are healing arrows. So do you think that like you could do almost like an MMO, like you could be like a healer of a group and shoot your own teammates with healing arrows?
Yeah, that's how it works. And then you can shoot them with strength, and you can shoot them with. Like, you can shoot the enemy team with, like, the damage one. So it does extra damage or poison or...
Oh, that's super
stuff like that.
That is super cool. So what I'm doing over here is I decided to take this same look that I have right here, which I think is going to work really well, and do the exact same thing over here, which actually should give me a nice sized entranceway. Because the entrance... This is going to be open, I think. Or maybe, like... Oh, maybe even like a castle gate that would hypothetically come down. I don't think I'm going to use... It's hard to say, but if I did use doors, I could do a double door and a double door. Or a Dumbledore, if I wanted to do Harry Potter. No. Okay. Anyway,
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, that's why I'm doing this. And then I'll put up a cobble. I'll put cobble, like, right there in the middle, but I'm getting pretty much out of cobble. I'm going to have to go farm with my other pick. I did farm quite a bit at the quarry, but it was also touched for all this stone that I need. I would really like to learn the technique. Do you ever watch BOO on YouTube?
No.
He is great. Like, great. Building wise, he's like the best one I've ever seen at doing like mixtures within builds. And it looks, at first, when I first started watching, I was like, oh, these look like crap because there's all these different random blocks. But then the more you look, they're like, oh no, this looks great. You know what I mean? Like, once the detail, like once it sets in your eye and you kind of see it, then seeing just a big wall of just one block looks so painfully bland now. And I've been going back and watching his older videos so I can watch his whole series. It's like 400 some episodes. But I encourage you to check it out because his building style is like, it's not epic. It's not like Hermitcraft or some epic, huge, giant builds. His builds are pretty small, but he does a lot of world building too. I've taken a lot of inspiration for this from him because he does a lot of like different kingdoms and different areas using palettes and stuff like that. But the builds that he does, like he can do an inn, and he'll utilize just in the front of an inn like maybe 7 different blocks, which is way outside of my normal thing, but it's really good. Like, it's really well done. So check out his like a world tour episode or something and just look at the the mixtures that he does. I think it's something that I would like to learn how to do, and I think it's something we could incorporate.
Yeah, I agree there. If it's a skill you think would be useful for the kind of lore and maybe just the look of the country or place, not country, the village, town, whatever. That's fine. I want to see his style anyway, because it sounds pretty interesting.
Did you see the bridge that I did, that curved bridge where I did all the different in the swamp biome, where I did the the mossy and the cobble and the stone brick and the mossy brick and vines and stuff?
I don't believe so.
That was the first time I ever attempted, and I based that very heavily on one of his builds because I wanted to try to learn. I'm trying to practice the style. But it's really worth checking out because it's so great, and so much detail is what really, you can look at something and if you look at something that's all just one block, you see it and you're like, okay, cool, and then you move on. But if you see something with a bunch of different blocks all kind of worked in, you can sit there and stare at it. It's like, wow, that there's so many different things to look at here. I just think it's great. Now he does it now. To be totally honest, he does it now with his resource pack. He's added in a bunch of alternate textures. So now he can just put down 10 andesite blocks and they all look different. We have that to a much less degree in this texture pack. But still, the building style is worth checking out. So I would like to learn it anyway.
I agree. I will check it out.
There is so much landscaping that I have to do over here, so much flattening. We're swimming in dirt. Have you been over the quarry and seen how much dirt we have right now? We have probably...
I have quite a few stacks. I have 7 stacks of chest where I've been terraforming.
I bet that we have 7 double chests full of dirt right now.
Well, if we ever need dirt for anything whatsoever, we have enough.
Because I think we just always take it away. We never add whenever we're terraforming.
To be fair, I did put back at least 3 of the stacks I got from adding because to be fair though, most of the dirt I got from it, I wouldn't put back because of the difference between what I wanted to be there and the fact that it was too much. That's why normally people terraform it,
right?
Because there's too much of So that's probably why we have so much dirt, because we don't want all that dirt being there yet. Because of course we're going to have to put some back, but...
Well, it's a lot faster to rip it all down, too. Shoot. Yeah, I'm out of cobble. So... Well, I'm out of cobble. Darn it. I was close, too. Do you have any cobble
even with
there?
Our quarry... I've got a stack left.
Okay.
No.
Time to empty out and go get some. Actually, I may be close to.
I have a little mine. I have a little mine next to my house where I just kind of mined out a bit of a room where I've been kind of getting my cobble from.
I may as well just go to the quarry. I mean, I could mine out here, but I would. It's probably worth the ride over to the quarry.
Yeah.
I have so many horses tamed here too because they were all these horses were standing where I was trying to build, so I just kept taming them and moving them. I have 6 horses right now tamed in by this church.
Oh, I can see how big it actually is, like a cathedral. I do agree there. It is quite a bit like a cathedral.
Yes, it is yeah, but I think as long as the middle part goes up really high, I think it will work. It will still be tall.
Once again, that makes it look more like a cathedral.
Yeah.
Don't worry, a cathedral is practically just a big church.
Right. And yeah, I mean, it's not going to look Gothic at all. So I think that'll be the difference. Gothic with all the different accents. This is going to look a lot more like I can think of Enderman as a little bit plain. It's just black and long straight lines. So I'm going to try to sort of think of that in the style of this, where I'm going to use a lot more straight lines of the same block than I usually do. Which will sort of simulate the Enderman a little bit, And I think we'll put the dragon egg. Oh yeah, here's another thing too. I think every Church of the End should have a dragon egg. So
how are we gonna get that many dragon eggs?
We'll just have to keep resummoning the dragon.
And wait, is that wait, is that actually something you can do now?
Yeah. Yeah, you can resummon the dragon.
Oh really?
I'm not sure. I know you can at least do it 20 times, and it might be infinite times, and I'm not sure which one of those two it is. But yeah, at least 20 times. So I think someone told me once 20 times, but that doesn't make sense to me. I would expect it to be infinite, but I'm not sure.
See that I've never known it to be able to respawn it.
That's fairly new.
That yeah, that interests me. But maybe a smart idea is just to kind of put it in the main end church to make it kind of more special. I mean, of course, we can kill the dragon as much as we want because that gives tons of XP immediately.
Well, we could have dragon heads too. Remember, there are dragon heads
Yeah,
in the end cities, so we could use those too.
And that's also a good thing we could probably add into one of the churches or a few of the churches, something they can praise. You know.
So the scope, I know you can't see it, so I'm just gonna like sort of tell you
I
about.
think I'm on your stream, so.
Oh well, I mean I don't have
it
just because it's sketched down on this little piece of paper they have right here. But what I'm planning for the end temple is going to be, so we're going to dig the whole way down to the portal, right? And then we're going to go the whole way down to bedrock under it. So the portal is going to be suspended on these chains in this huge, vast room, like probably a 60 block high room. So the end portal, the end temple is going to have stairs. When you see it, you're going to walk up these stairs from ground level, and then there's going to be this little hole that when you're ready to go to the end, you jump down the hole and you fall like 60 blocks into the end portal. And while you're falling, there will be like, you'll be falling through these huge caverns with like chains and dragon heads and man, I just think it's gonna be it's just gonna be so epic. It's gonna be the greatest build I've ever been involved in, you know. But that's how you're gonna get to the end. Like, so if you want to go to the end, then you have to like take the leap of faith where you fall, 60 blocks through the air into this little 3x3 portal.
I remember back in the day when the portal didn't actually, like, if you went, I don't know if it still actually does that actually, where because there's blocks under it, there's actually lava there.
Right.
The lava was added originally because if you did that, it would kill you. Which normally back when I used to play, I believe that was like round 1.5, people used to purposely trap people in that kind of position.
Oh, really?
Factions and stuff. There were a lot of useful things from a dungeon like spawners and stuff, especially for a faction server. So basically what they used to do is put a hole and connect it all up so it looks real, and then they'd just fall into it. And where the portal doesn't exactly take you immediately, or it didn't used to, you'd go into the lava, like where you'd fall in kind of into the lava. And of course you'd be taken, but then they used to kill you like that.
Wow. I don't think I remember that. I mean, I've only played vanilla for so long that there's like big portions of the game, of the actual game, that I just don't know about. Because even when you're playing vanilla, there have been many mod packs that I just never bothered with the end dragon because it just didn't matter. That wasn't like the mods were so much more interesting than the dragon.
Agreed.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that won't
it's where
work then.
I believe it's where, because you fall so many blocks, that's why it happens, that it kind of tends to glitch that because it still thinks you're falling.
Right.
The game's still telling you when you hit the portal. So then I think it has a reaction with the floor, but then after it takes you to the end.
Well, maybe I should test that out in creative mode.
It'll still kill you.
Before we we go all in and do that whole thing.
Wait. Ooh.
I know I'm here for stone, but I'm just still digging up all this dirt that we've placed.
I'm sorry, I'm back. I was like randomly walked in, like, damn it.
Has your girl been on?
I don't know actually.
I've been on. I've not been on very much recently myself.
To be honest, I haven't really. Oh my god.
Anyway, so I am just going to take this level off. I know I'm here for cobblestone, and I don't know how much more time I have left. Probably not very much, but this is the last level that we have to take off of this quarry before the entire thing is down at least 2 blocks under sea level, which is some sort of weird accomplishment that I want to accomplish. So that's why I'm taking all this dirt off.
Okay.
I gotta be honest, I may not even salvage this dirt. I mean, honestly, it's like, it's against my nature to just leave it there, just like let it despawn in 5 minutes, but we have more dirt than I think we'll ever use in like a million years. So I don't know. Plus, this isn't the only time that we're gonna have a giant quarry either, because whenever we get to doing a mob farm in the desert, that is also going to be a giant quarry, although I guess we wanted those dirt there.
I honestly can say now that is the most amount of people that's just walked in my room at night, one after another. Like, I like mute myself, I'm like, finally, they're gone. So I unmute, someone then walks in again.
Nice.
I'm like, oh gosh. It's just, oh.
Well, look, you could be doing worse things.
One after another.
You could be doing worse things when people are walking in than playing Minecraft. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so here we have a bunch of and luckily the nice thing about this quarry is doing it in a swamp biome is we're getting a ton of clay too, which is, I don't know when or why we're going to use it, but at some point we're going to want clay, and that's such a horrible pain to gather, you know.
I think I was just about to say a life story there, but I don't think it's appropriate for so
yeah, so anyway, so clay. Yeah, so clay. Clay's hard to get. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I do agree there. I kind of like the texture of kind of hardened clay, or just clay itself actually doesn't look too bad when you've added like wool and some other blocks to it. But it's what you have to go through, like going underwater searching for clay. It's slightly annoying.
It should
especially
be.
They
should find it underground, like Quark adds, like just veins of clay. Even just in some biomes, it's ridiculous. I mean, you have to walk hundreds or thousands of blocks to get a lot of clay. Which I'm going to the end because I have to repair my stupid shovel. My shovel's almost dead.
Well, there is a clay biome. There is a clay biome.
There is, but there's not that much. There's not that much clay. You get like the hardened clay, right? Which is now going to be called terracotta.
Very different. Yeah, loads of different colors of the hardened clay.
But like, if you want clay bricks, like if you want to build something, say you want to build a huge factory, you know, which isn't really going to apply to us, but say you want to build a huge factory made out of like clay, like bricks. Well, man, dude, that is an unbelievable pain. Look at all these ender pearls. You may get some lag here. I'm not sure because it is I'm down to 39 FPS now. There are like there's like hundreds of Endermen just oh, this is terrible. So, do you ever think about streaming this game on your channel?
I'll probably get around to it. It's just that my channel is slightly different from that. It's kind of more of a commentary channel. So...
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
So when I do streams, they're quite rare to be honest. When I do I just said do. God damn it. Hate like saying the same word twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I do streams, oh gosh, they're kind of straight away kind of from certain games like that, because where you get used to doing one thing like commentating, you lose focus on the game. That's why I normally do it. Like why I actually kind of started doing commentary instead of, you know, real kind of gameplay, is because I either get too focused on the game to commentate,
sure,
or commentating takes over the whole game.
Right, yeah, I get that.
So, I don't think I get it naturally, but when I'm not streaming, and I'm in stream, I think I'm better, to be honest. It's just, I think it's just kind of one of them things.
I am,
Oh no. I'm so glad I kept a bed down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm actually
then
getting to
like
the point where instead of pick up my beds, I'm just leaving beds in like every different place where I'm working, just for that exactly, just in case.
It's probably worth it in the long run. Oh, skeleton. Do not. Oh, god damn it. I need to light up a bit more of my like actual surroundings because there's just skeletons constantly coming from the underground. I'm questioning a bit of my stuff.
Listen, if you're looking for something to do, just in case you're looking for a project, I'm gonna turn down mob sounds. Like, I'm killing these guys; they're so loud. Alright. If you're looking for a project, what we need is we need a way to dispose of ender pearls. Like, we need like a dropper that drops them into the void or something. Because I can't even keep up. I'm just throwing them all into the void.
There might actually be a use for them.
I mean, but
I actually find that sometimes ender pearls are quite useful to get up to like tall places.
Oh, totally. But I mean, you can't imagine how many I have. I'll fill my whole inventory of ender pearls in like less than 10 seconds.
Oh, that's crazy. Actually, did we get around to actually getting a Elytra, is it called?
No, I haven't.
Glidey thing.
I have not been yet. No. Well, that's another reason why you have to resummon the Ender Dragon, is because every time you kill the Ender Dragon, it opens up one portal to an end city, and maybe that's why you can only do it 20 times, because there are 20 end cities or something. I don't know. I don't even know if that's.
Okay, that might explain why it respawns now. I think that's why it might be so, with the newest update kind of thing.
Right. It was the combat update, I think, that added the end cities, and that's when it added
yeah.
Well, you have to get there, and that's when they added the Elytra too. So whenever that was.
Yeah, I don't know whether I actually kind of like the whole fact of the end kind of thing, because where the game kind of took it, what the end was meant to be, and how they pitched it, it's kind of taking a different side of it, which basically the end scene was meant to, was meant to be like a place for the Endermen and the dragon as a kind of ruling, just a midland place, like a home of home, but they're like reaching out, spreading over the real realm, let's say. But they kind of like taken a new aspect from that and saying they have like some sort of intelligence to live somewhere, like actually kind of have something that they weren't intentionally aiming for originally, and I don't know whether it's kind of comfortable. Yeah.
What I like about it is the end was never infinite. I mean, I know it's infinite. I know you can fly in the void forever, but it was never infinite in the way that there's stuff. And I like that now the end matches the rest of the world, which is the Nether and the Overworld, which are infinite. I think it adds in that way.
No, the Nether's not infinite.
Yeah, sure.
The Nether's not infinite, is it? I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, is it actually now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so used to playing like old versions of the modded, like where actually, it's a certain room and then you knock into bedrock all around you, so you're like locked in this bedrock cage.
Oh yeah. No, it's infinite. I mean, I guess that if you want to be really technical, there probably is an ending whenever like the errors pile up and the computer can't compile more. But I mean, in any realistic sense of the word, it's infinite. So just trying to repair my shovel right now. My shovel's almost repaired, and I'm up to level 53.
Man, I need to start up with that XP farm. Damn. Yeah, but I'd love for you to come over to New Orleans where it is so far. I mean, it is pretty much what you saw last time, but I added like a kind of storage area. Okay. And I think I tinkered a bit more with the landscape, which makes it kind of look more what it's meant to be, is what I'm saying.
Cool. Yeah, I want to check it out. I really wish I had... If I just had one piece of... I have redstone, I have iron, I have cobble. The only thing I just need 3 string, and I could make a damn dropper to get rid of these ender pearls. And I just don't have any string, darn it.
I think we need to actually use the spider spawner slightly more than we already are. We're like not taking advantage of what we can actually get from it, like how actually useful it is. I don't think we're.
It's true, but what do we need string for, really?
Like I just said, you don't have any string on you.
But well, I just don't have it on me. Like we have some string just from randomly killing spiders. I just need to make a bow. And surely I don't. I think you have to have a new.
It's not just that, like, string is useful for potions, especially the eyes as well. The spider eyes are used for like really good poison arrows now and loads of effect potions, which can be really useful.
Yeah, that's true.
Now I think so. I mean, everything gives off kind of a drop which might turn out useful, other than zombies. I mean, they do have that chance drop of dropping like iron or gold. So.
Yeah, but we actually have an iron farm now. Howard's at some iron farm near spawn, so we're good on that. And actually, by the time we dig out this quarry, we'll be good on. I mean, yeah, we'll be good on mats like forever. Especially in a mostly building world. Like, what do you use iron for? Like some hoppers, you know. That's pretty much it.
Maybe an anvil or two.
Yeah,
maybe an anvil.
Yeah, but I mean, really, you know, not that much. So, I mean, as long as we have enough
maybe
diamonds to keep
a few pickaxes,
our gear and stuff. I mean, you know, I think actually
like, just for like kind of spares.
Yeah, our biggest need is probably like cobble and smooth stone, really.
I can see why. Like
Alright, so I'm gonna head over here because I am, my stuff is repaired. I'm swimming in ender pearls. Do you want ender pearls? I have an entire inventory full if you want them. I'll bring them over. So I am heading over to New Orleans now. I want to see what.
Sorry, I think I just went out there for a bit.
I want to see what Lucifer's building. I'm on the way. I want to go check out your build.
Okay. Let me log back in. I saw like a creeper and then it started lagging. I was like, I'm gonna quickly pop out so it doesn't blow up.
Alright. So I'll come over, I want to check out your build, I'm gonna drop off ender pearls, and then I probably should log for the day. I got a lot more building done on the church. This is gonna be a many episode build, I think, because of the scale.
Oh no, creeper.
Run.
No. The storage room. I just built it. God damn it.
Did he blow it up?
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Aw.
Nothing Bob the Builder can't fix. Don't worry. With all my dirt.
Yeah, we'll certainly never need dirt again.
Yeah.
The stables look good. The tower looks good.
I like what we did with the tower.
I hope that
worked.
The rudest monk gets on again. He was on the other day, but I hope he gets on and finishes that the house that he started in some way. I was actually just getting ready to just go over, like just go finish it, just because it had been a while. Oh, look at that! The church looks so good. It just popped into view. It looks cool.
Just what you hoped for.
Yeah, I mean, considering that the second floor isn't even built or anything, but yeah, it looks cool.
Great. That's kind of what you want from a kind of build like that.
Yeah, with like no detail and no glass. I mean, well, with nothing. Basically, it's just like the what do you call it? Skeleton, I guess, of
the frame
of a build. Yeah, frame. But all right, I'm coming over to where I believe your build is. I don't think it's very.
I decided to pick a name which you could say more
New
frequently
Orleans,
and
right.
easy. But
yeah,
yeah.
You know, we should combine that name, so it's like it, but it's like made up though. Like maybe instead of New Orleans, maybe call it like Norlands, something like that, like NOORLA. Okay,
practically the same thing.
I've got to go in like. Oh no! Oh, I just ender pearled off my horse. Okay, my wife is telling me that it is time for me to get off right now with a look. So I am going to try to get my horse out of the water so he doesn't die. Go, 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 horse. I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble, guys. I'm in big trouble. The look was not like, oh, it's okay, play your game. The look was like, you have a lot of stuff to do and you have not done anything this whole hour that I was upstairs. Okay. Okay. Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah, this looks great. I love it. Very cool look. Is that birch wood?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it looks great.
I'm trying to adapt it to the biome.
Oh yeah, I like this wheat coming down too. Yeah, it looks awesome. All right.
Now, what I advise for you is to quickly go hide under your bed.
Yes, I have to go. I have to go. Bye everyone. Bye. See you later.
Bye. See ya.